During the Civil War, brothers fought against brothers for freedom. One side wanted the freedom to continue living the way they had lived for decades, and the others wanted freedom to apply to everyone. Whether you agree with one side or the other, freedom isn't free. We've discussed that in previous episodes, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more in the seventh day of the 12 Days of Conspiracy on 1983. I am your host, PH, and we're giving you the avenue to spread our freedom of speech to all your family and friends. Do me a favor and share the podcast so we can get as many people listening in as possible. If we can build a community that can come together instead of being torn apart, we can tackle most of the issues we've covered so far on the show. The conspiracy for today is the attack on the family unit. The strongest group of people since the beginning of time has been the family. I would do anything for my family. And when I say anything, I mean anything. We see it in Hollywood, like on the movie Four Brothers. Now, revenge killing is going way too far. I'm not recommending that for anyone. But that tight-knit brotherhood that you see in that movie is what used to make this country great. Part of the family values I'm talking about is selflessness. You would do whatever you could to ensure the success of your lineage. Ancestors used to mean something, and their sacrifices were never forgotten. So what happened? Why are families driving themselves apart so willingly? And why can't we see past our minor differences to see good in loving each other? That same town I brought up a few seconds ago is helping to tear apart the family and drive a wedge between brothers. Try to think of a few examples. The left has been throwing black fathers in jail for years. Young black males have been growing up without father figures for decades now. And without a positive male role model, some of them become career felons as well. Some turn to gangs for protection and replacement role models. Others turn to drugs to escape the hell that they were raised in. And Hollywood has glorified this narrative. It's cool to be the young thug, stealing cars, having all the women, and doing as many drugs as they can possibly get their hands on. It's not just young black kids that they're appealing to. Movie after movie of kids partying, drinking away their college careers, snorting coke like it's the latest weight loss fad. It's not cool anymore to go home and see your family for the holidays. And if you need some money, Hollywood recommends you get 10 other kids together to go rob a casino. Another story that's pushed on our kids is that if you just break free from your parents' narrow-minded ideals, you can save the world. Moana snuck away from her parents to return the heart to Te Fiti. We all know what would happen to a young girl alone on a rickety sailboat in the middle of the ocean. The headlines would be grim, and her family would be grieving the loss of their child. The reality is that Hollywood and the media need to disconnect you from your kids to change their morals to ones that fit the global narrative. Eventually, your kid will come home talking about how socialism is good, abortions are okay, and mom and dad are just crackpots who wouldn't know their ass from a hole in the ground. It's not just Hollywood that needs this to happen. There's a new generation of kids that are being groomed to believe that the left has their back. Hollywood is just one avenue to push that idea. Schools have been infiltrated, and God has been removed from the forefront of our minds. In fact, it's not even okay to talk about God anymore in front of some people. You have two separate parts of the Constitution that are supposed to protect you in that: freedom of speech and freedom of religion. you can't do it at work. Parents, I am begging you to be parents. Kids, I am begging you to listen to your parents. The party scene usually ends badly, unlike in the movies. Remember that your family is the most important thing next to your religion. And for the love of God and all that is holy, please learn to love each other again. It doesn't matter if you're left, right, political, apolitical, black, white, smart, dumb. We need to start getting along and unite against the evil that has been driving us apart for years. Thank you for listening to Day 7 of the 12 Days of Conspiracy. God bless, stay safe, and say I love you to someone that needs to hear it.